Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. Welcome to your reading with the Astro Dice here. We've got Gemini. So the Sun is now in Gemini, Jupiter is in Gemini. All this energy trines yours. It supports you. You've got Mars. Mars is currently in Aries, which is opposing your sign. Getting ready to move into Taurus. Might actually be there by the time you see this reading. I don't know. I've lost track of where the book is. All right, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but there's something worth tracking. That movement between Aries into Taurus. Taurus is also ruled by Venus as you are, and so it does carry that same kind of energy around what it is you want to manifest and create, but it is vitality and energy, and we have communication, the house of the third house. This is communication. It could be siblings, it could be communication from the heart, neighbors, close friends. You have the cactus and the palm tree. Never seen either of those before. I'm going to think a little bit. The palm tree feels like a need to be flexible. The cactus is like storing up for the drought, right? When it rains, you got to soak up everything you have. So that's kind of like making hay while the sun shines. It's putting the stuff up in the barn. It's like, warehousing and storing up for future needs. We've got the stingray, which is moving forward in a very emotional way, and you're moving forward in a direction that you choose. It is a spiritual opportunity to grow, because we have the dragonfly and we have an arrow. So the arrow is definitely about moving things forward, and you have a rocking horse. And so this is about remembering to have fun with the other child, right? It's definitely about that. Just so you can see what popped out. It was the Ace of Cups, so we'll see if it shows back up in the reading. All right, so I cut my finger, sliced myself from here all the way down to there, because I was trying to close that drawer at the bottom of the oven, and so my fingers, I tried putting on a Band-Aid, it didn't work out, so so I'm not sure that that's so much as things popping out as it is I can't hang on to things. All right, well, no kidding. You're dealing with, but we do also have the sun at the bottom, and I do feel like that is just beyond this Five of Swords, right? So you have got a lot of swords here. Okay. South Node in your sign is a lot to carry. Okay, at times it's more difficult than others. I do think that it's going to help a lot having Jupiter moving into Gemini and helping to expand some energy for you. Pluto is currently in Aquarius. This energy also trines yours, and but he's about to retrograde. He is retrograde, but he's about to retrograde back into Capricorn, where it becomes more tense for you. It's a square energy, and that square energy is going to hold all the way through just about until I think it leaves. I think it gets back into Aquarius. I think it gets back into Aquarius on November 20th, or that's when he stations direct. I can't remember, but at any rate, it's pretty much as long as the South Node is in your sign for the rest of the duration here, you're kind of dealing with this energy of being forced to create a transformation in your life, and it is on a spiritual level when we've got the dragonfly showing up here. So there's a lot of thoughts chasing each other around going on, but you are being created anew. Look, here's the current energy. It's the hangman. Okay, and he's not on a tree. He's tied himself to his own broomstick, and it's kind of hard to tell, but if you look right here, he's got the key. So you've got the key. This is a self-imposed time out to think things through, to allow the transformation to happen. This rocking horse makes me feel like it's going within. When I get really stressed out, I will rock. Like I'm really stressed out, you will find me just sitting there rocking, right? And it's kind of that soothing, self-soothing energy of trying to find the balance again that can happen a lot. And so here you've got in the area of the energy that's leaving you and the energy of the mind, we've got the Ten of Swords. So you feel kind of stabbed in the back. And I want you to look. The sun is coming up. She's down, but she's not out. right? She's not done. She's going to get through this. She's going to rise. I think, of course, with this Page of Wands sitting here in the area of what is a problem is trying to decide where to go from here. And that's because you're in the middle of releasing. When the South Node goes through your sign, we release, and we create space. And then we emerge from that. And it takes a little bit of time. And so don't rush yourself, don't push yourself. You're not on a timetable here. But I do think finding something to focus on. Like one thing. One little thing to focus on, to focus your energy on, so that you aren't feeling all the loss. It's about that one new thing that you can start creating now. Because eclipse season that we're coming up on will be during September 17th. We have a full moon in Pisces. That's an eclipse. And then I think it's October 2nd. We get a new moon eclipse in your sign. And so as you start moving toward this energy here, start thinking about what is this one thing that I want to create. And there's a need to be very strategic about it. And some of the stuff gets left behind. What are you willing to leave behind in order to move forward? Because the outgoing card here is the Seven of Swords, right? She can't carry everything. So what can you leave behind? So what do you, in her arm she has 5 swords, and the overall energy here is the 5 swords. If you drop one more sword, then it becomes the 4 of swords. And it creates resting space for you. I feel like you need a resting space. Can you do that? Can you give yourself that cocooning energy? I wish that there was a butterfly here, but there's not. There's the dragonfly. So this is a spiritual resting place. This is pulling your energy in, that cactus, right? And being willing to be a little flexible. We have the card of emerging. I am emerging into the light with joy and ease. And so I feel like you need a timeout. Here the challenge is this King of Cups. It's being emotionally stable and balanced. But the key of the situation is the Two of Cups, and I think this is you and your higher self. I don't think this is a partnership with anyone but yourself. The key is conversation with your higher self, which you will get hanging in the wisdom well, right? Allowing yourself to spiritually grow. There's a need to really connect in. You do this by really focusing on one thing, just one thing, right? This is that little Page of Pentacles. Focused on that one thing. And if you're not sure what that one thing is, we have the Two of Swords in the area of resources. She's blindfolded and she's throwing it at the target, but look, it's a bullseye. So I think if you're trying to figure out what you should do, go within. Because you are up against an internal argument. That's what it feels like. You are having a really difficult battle with yourself. I don't think this is about anyone else. I don't know if somebody triggered it through this Ten of Swords thing, or if it's just all of your thoughts are making you feel that way. So you during the night, you can't shut it all down, and in the morning, you have to get out there and move through the day when you're not really 100% because you're up all night worrying about something, and it is something. There's a big something, because in the heart space, we've got the Devil card. This is an obsession, an addiction. This is somebody offering you something that seems like the easy path. Is it the easy path as it is? Is it the right path for you? Because taking the right path is what's draining your energy. But if you are emotionally in control and in balance, you're going to be able to handle this energy. These kids look scared and frightened. I want to say don't make a major decision when you're in fear. The stingray in the spring, this time of year in Florida, we would do what we call a stingray shuffle. When you're in the waters, you notice he's not got his feet in the water. The stingrays are just below, they bury themselves just barely under the sand. And if you happen to step on one, they will sting the crap out of you. And so, but if you shuffle your feet, you create enough disturbance that they will swim away. And I kind of feel like strategy is at play here. To clear a space for yourself, to focus on you. Right here in the action to take right now, this is all about focusing on you. And I think you need to do that so that you can figure out what to do moving forward. And so if you don't take the time right now to regenerate your own energy, to recharge, to nurture your inner self, you're not going to know what to do. That Gemini energy with Jupiter there, it's going to be like an expansion of options and opportunities coming up. And Mars is going to, with Mars opposing your sign, or even when it moves into Taurus, it kind of applies this pressure of needing to take action. But I think right now, what you need to do is not make yourself make a choice, but instead focus on what it is that is most important to you. That one thing, and it's a small thing. So maybe that thing is just focus on your health. Or maybe that thing is focus on creating more time to have fun with your friends if you want, if that's what you want, the one-on-one connections. But it might be focus on just paying down your credit cards, or focus on, I feel like it's one thing though. Like I feel like you've got so much going on, but if you could just focus on the one thing, other things start to fall into place, if by magic. That Jupiter in Gemini is going to help you. We have expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid constraint and exhausted ego. I think right now, in this energy, you need to focus on yourself. What do you need? This isn't about trying to help everybody else. And I think that you expand your light from within, and then it can pour out. This emerging energy, it's a little seedling that is trying to be birthed out. There's something that is beginning, something new. But it needs time. It needs time to grow. You need to take care of yourself, Libra. I get a lot of stress off of this energy, but I feel stressed because I feel like I just want a few minutes to myself. And if that's what you need, Libra, do yourself a favor and do the people in your life that care about you a favor. And give yourself that. Because if we're not good to ourselves, we're no good for anyone else either. Okay? Pray you guys take good care of yourselves. If you'd like to come over to Facebook, the link is right there in the description box. I do the astrology every day. I pull cards. I'd love to see you over there. If you're a member of my Facebook group and you leave comments here on YouTube, you go into the drawing for the free reading I do every month. So I would love to be able to throw your name in the hat. You guys take really good care of yourselves, all right? I'll talk to you soon.